Open world games are one of the most popular genres in the world of gaming. These games will let you experience a massive world filled with badass adventures and an eye-catching world. Well, if you own a PSP or you want to play a lot of open world games on your PPSSPP emulator, this video is for you. So let's get right into the list of 15 plus best open world games for the PPSSPP emulator. Also, all the links will be in the video description, so make sure to download them. At number 16, we have Sid Meiers Pirates. If you're more of a One Piece fan, I'm telling you that this game is the right one for you. Sid Meier's Pirate follows the life of pirates as they get revenge against the Spanish noblemen who wronged their families. The game is open world and it will make you use every inch of your strategic ability for you to win. All in all, it has a great strategic element and you'll love the game. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 2 out of 10. At number 15, we have Shadow of Memories. Shadow of Memories is a very dramatic open world title that dictates the Japanese culture while keeping the Western society in mind. The game is similar to a couple of other games like Final Fantasy and a lot more. However, truth be told, it's not as good of an open world game as people wanted it to be, but if you're still looking for an open world title that will keep you engaged for a good chunk of time, then Shadow of Memories should be your choice for the PPSSPP emulator. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 3 out of 10. Number 14, we have Need for Speed Carbon. Being one of the most popular Need for Speed games, Carbon was for the most part an average Need for Speed title. There's nothing special about it, but the overall storyline and awesome racing mechanism make it a worth it open world game for the PSP. So if you want a very engaging PPSSPP game, then this one is ideal for you. For the score, I'd like to give it a 3 out of 10. At number 13, we have Free Running. Released in 2017, this game is one of the most interesting games you'd find on our list. The game is pretty similar to Tony Hawk's series, but it's all about racing, and you will be free to race whoever you want while showing your speeding skills through various environments. Get ready to climb, run, and duck a lot since this game will make you experience all that cardio in the virtual world. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 4 out of 10. At number 12, we have Gangs of London. Creating a scenery of England that is filled with crime, you're able to pick one of the 5 notorious gangs from England. The leader of each gang has his own story and his own legacy that he's gotta pass, and one simple mistake can take the lives of many. That's why you, as a leader, must fight to control the mafia city and save your loved one. The game is full of action that will keep you at your toes when you will be smashing those buttons. But really, the graphics are rather disappointing. Even for a game this old, you're not really getting anything good other than the exciting gameplay of the game. However, the combat system is very good. All in all, the game seems promising other than the weird graphic things going on, but if you want to go all out in an intimidating war, you're more than welcome to download this amazing PSP game. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 5 out of 10. At number 11, we have Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. Monster Hunter Portable is one of the most interesting games, with the gameplay being its strongest point. The game starts with Yukomo village where you must hunt monsters to keep your life moving. Well, being a monster hunter, you must go get a job while keeping your weapons in check. The game offers a lot of weapon options, and from swords to any explosive weapons, you will be slaying those annoying monsters. The game also sets in a beautiful world, and while the graphics aren't the best, Monster Hunter's gameplay makes up for it. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 5 out of 10. At number 10, we have Test Drive Unlimited. Another exceptional racing game that will blow your mind. Test Drive Unlimited comes with a fictional world of Oahu Island while breaking the stereotypes that made racing games uninteresting. The game has beautiful scenery with details to every inch of it, and when it was first released, everyone wanted to get their hands on this masterpiece. The racing possibilities are endless, however, the racing mechanics and customization options were limited at the time of its release. All in all, you get a lot of interesting mode and cool OG cars. So if you are a car lover and want an open world racing game, then Test Drive Unlimited is ideal for you. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 6 out of 10. At number 9, we have Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. The combination of parkour and combat this game has is near to perfect, and in 2008 we got to see The Forgotten Sands, and just with a few tweaks compared to its predecessors, this became one of the most iconic Prince of Persia games of all time. The game has so many interesting skills that it can become challenging to be versatile in using them, and thanks to the number of enemies you'll get, you'll need to be quite adaptable in any sort of situation. But you need not to worry, the game will make you change with time and it's nothing difficult. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 6 out of 10. Number 8, we have Gun Showdown. Gun Showdown looks like one of the past versions of Red Dead Redemption, and with the Wild Wild West theme, the game follows a bunch of intimidating outlaws, difficult robberies, and a lot of disputes happening around the area. Now, you must take control to become the boss of this area to get your vengeance, and the open world aspect of Gun Showdown is strong, and it can basically do anything you want in the game. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 7 out of 10. At number 7, we have Kabbancho Badass Rumble. When you see that there's Japan and the word badass, you're in it for a treat. I mean, just look at Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That movie was a masterpiece. Anyways, Kabbancho is one of the most popular brawlers for PPSSPP emulator due to its unique aesthetics and funny gameplay. If you're an anime fan, we recommend this game, and it is one of the best that you can ever play. The game is full of funny insults, and the gameplay itself is badass enough to keep you angry all the time. However, the overall gameplay can seem bland at times due to the poor overall presentation that the company did with the game. The game starts where our main character goes on a trip to Kyoto, and while his trip is supposed to be educational, our MC Takashi is more interested in becoming the #1 bancho in Japan. That's where you control the game, and it becomes quite interesting. The gangs and everything can become quite similar to what we've seen in other brawler games. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 7 out of 10. Number 6, we have Midnight Club 3. Welcome to the world of racing. Midnight Club 3 is a street racing game where you must compete with other racers, avoid police, and win through the overall races to become #1 in your gaming world. While the racing market was flooded with useless titles back in the days, Midnight Club 3 was one of the best racing games you could play on a PSP. And fortunately, you're able to download this game on your phone or desktop thanks to the PPSSPP emulator. Midnight Club 3 will give you that fast and furious vibe, and thanks to the action, I personally enjoyed the game a lot. The game offers 3 cities, and each city is full of open world roads, back areas, and shortcuts that you can take to win a race. All in all, for the scoring, I'd like to give this one a 7 out of 10. At number 5, we have Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Liberty City is one of the most interesting places in Grand Theft Auto. This particular series will take you back to the 90s, making you revisit the old Grand Theft Auto 3 vibes. Other than the graphics, the Liberty City Stories is quite similar to Grand Theft Auto 5 due to the amount of action and gangs involved. The game itself is very unforgettable thanks to the beautiful Liberty City and awesome missions that you move through. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 7 out of 10. At number 4, we have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Based on the original Harry Potter film, this game was one of the most popular open world games at the time of its release. The game follows the beautiful yet scary storyline of Hogwarts, and everything from the graphics to the combat system is a breeze. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was released for a lot of other consoles, but the addition of PSP made this one a rather popular. For the score, I'd like to give this one an 8 out of 10. At number 3, we have Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. One of the most popular Assassin's Creed games, Ubisoft killed this one. While the game is almost available on every single console, it was way popular amongst the PSP users. The storyline is awesome, and you will enjoy the open world experience this game has to give. Talking about the story, Bloodlines took off right after the previous Assassin's Creed games, where you met the original Assassin's Creed villain who fell in love with Maria. Now you must fight off the bad guys to save the poor girl from becoming a victim of the intimidating boss. The combat system, as you all know, is phenomenal when it comes to Assassin's Creed. The graphics are great, and the overall storyline is awesome. For the score, I'd like to give this one an 8 out of 10. Finally, at the number 2 spot, we have Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 isn't the most good-looking Spider-Man game, but it offers such a seamless open-world gaming experience that you're going to overlook the con that comes with it. You are the Peter Parker who's going to aim all the bad guys in your city while completing a total of 42 missions. And even though the combat system is pretty fun, the mission can get so repetitive that it can make you bored quite easily. All in all, Spider-Man 3 will boost your testosterone level like none other on the list, so make sure to check it out. For the score, I'd like to give this one an 8 out of 10. Finally, at number 1, we have Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Vice City Stories is a very underrated game from Rockstar Games. At this point, Vice City itself was getting repetitive, but Vice City Stories is on a different level. The game was improved in a lot of technical areas compared to Vice City itself, and even things like frame rate, combat, and others improved significantly. Vice City Stories has one of the most enjoyable combat experiences you'll find in any game, and that's the reason why most people love this particular one. The graphics are mediocre and definitely not the best, but overall the game is a breeze to play on the PPSSPP emulator. For the score, I'd like to give this one a 10 out of 10. Well, there you have it guys. You can download each one of these PSP games in the video description down below and easily play these titles on your PPSSPP emulator. If you liked the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe and ring the bell icon for our future videos. See you in the next one.